Hi Gemini, this is your January 2025 reading and what to expect. You came up as a Lovers in the middle of your spread here in reverse. So with that, I feel like there is a rebirth that your soul is longing for, a magical one. However, in the reverse, there's a conflict there. And if for some of you this is love, there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of wanting to control one another with the Strength card here. And, yes, you may have had some beautiful sensual time with your lover in Leo season, like you couldn't get enough of being around each other. And it's kind of dwindling, and there's like a lot of patterns of jealousy is what I'm getting for this particular Gemini. And so you'd rather be alone. And I think you're doing that in the present. You're kind of going to go a little bit of a soul-searching journey. There's this new beginning, an adventurous one, where you're seeing everything through a different lens, an innocent lens, like a child, like willing to be more spontaneous and kind of on your own. And if this is a person you're dealing with, Gemini, they're very on and off, very hot and cold, overwhelmed. And I feel like you're unable to trust what your soul is longing for. With the Judgment card in reverse, that tells me that, you guys are maybe trying to talk things through and you just, it's just not getting anywhere. Judgment in reverse is a lack of being on the same page. And I feel like there's a new start that you want. For some of you, this is family, this is a sibling, or, a neighbor even. Write down the things you want to say, make a list and for yourself, like, what is it that you want to advise yourself? Like, try and work on the things you want to express, right? Don't be in your head about it. Get it down on paper. As an air sign, Gemini, you are a zodiac of expression and communication. So if you don't know how to handle this, and then there's somebody flirting with you while you're in a relationship, I think you're like, okay, they're married, or that's weird, they have a wandering eye, and you could sense these things. You just very gifted at it. You can see that a lot of these men around you, whether this is a work situation or members of your family or something, or people that is in your close-knit circle, it's kind of, you don't even know what to make of it, right? So I feel like, with that said, some of you might be thinking that you're paranoid or something, like, and you're obsessive when it's not you that's obsessive. It's you. Usually, if it's not you, you can tell when it's you, and you can tell when it's someone else if you know the gift of discernment, right? And so for this particular Gemini, the situation you're in, you're being asked. It's being asked for you to regroup rather than forging blindly ahead with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse in the future aisle. You're going to know where you stand either now or very soon, okay? And take time for you. Take time to share your wisdom and experience with someone else when you're on this little hiatus from this relationship, from this job, just your family, whatever this is. Avoid falling into a slump at this time. It's not the time to really even start something new. Breathe, reflect, and see if you're feeling okay to move forward in that certain direction. And for most of you, I don't think so. I think you're going to own your space with confidence and being solo, flying solo for now, working on independence. Yes, in the future, you also got Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups, and Knight of Wands. So as you seek your own voice, you're going to be inspired, by the way others express their voice, of their soul. So you could be watching this tarot reading. You could be listening to your favorite mentors, spiritual gurus, or things that inspire you. And just know that your truths are your own, and every voice is meant to be different. Okay, Gemini, especially you. You are one of the most unique signs in the zodiac. So there's more within you that, to your authentic voice than you've ever discovered. So when you speak with your authentic voice, Gemini, the voice of your soul, you're allowing the divine to speak through you as I am right now, right? So trust it and set your voice free. This is part of your new chapter. So if things are turning around, they're stopping, life moves you in a different direction, it's because it's destiny, right? You may not have a choice in this, Gemini. And sometimes in our fear of resistance, and we step away from the thing that we need to look at closely, which is ourselves, right? Because we're afraid that if we go too deep within ourselves, that we may find out something terrible about ourselves. It's give yourself the opportunity to find your deeper truth, right? That truth can be confronting sometimes, right? We may not like what we find or what we see, or what, whatever has been repressed will surface. So, the truth can be confronting, but when the truths are revealed, your beliefs and your foundations can be challenged. This is doing the work. This is the shadow work. It's going to force you to be present and observe, outside of your being. And it's going to open you up to healing, and you're going to let go of any doubt or judgment. And this is what's been, blocking you for some time, Gemini, to tune into your authentic voice. And your authentic voice, like number 17, if you've been seeing that is an angelic number, and also 444, and also 33 and 33. Those numbers are significant. Those are your angel guides connecting with you from the ethers. So you're a goddess, you are a goddess, and I feel like the universal mother knows that you've been suffering for a long time. And if you allow Mother Earth, she's to assist you. She's going to help assist you in the purging of any self-loathing that has placed you in a painful bind of fear-based control, right? She's going to help you love yourself, Mama Earth, so you can experience sacred pleasure in your life, Gemini. If you've already done the work, you're going to be bringing your loving consciousness to others, and this is part of your life purpose, is to be in empowered service. So that's beautiful. And with that blessing of empowered service, Gemini, you're going to be serving the loving hand of the divine, and you're going to be sitting with the table, at the table of masters. And you've been asking for your life purpose, and it's going to be revealed to you in January, okay? You've endured lessons of patience, trust in your abilities, and don't compare or compete with anyone, Gemini. Believe in yourself enough to take risks, so you could allow growth to happen. Enjoy this journey. It's not about the destination. You're going to fulfill your destiny. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. You're going to really step into your power. How beautiful that is. You have the nature of power within you, and you're being asked to change your relationship to power, Gemini. This means to let go of the fear of being powerful, right? And I'm not talking ego. Power is essential on the spiritual path, and you'll need to have energy to follow your dreams. So you're going to take meaningful action and stand up for what's true for you. You're going to set your priorities, you're going to set your boundaries, and you're going to become very courageous. For me, health and wellness has been a big part of my healing process. As I push my body, through physical limitations, so does the mind and the soul and my heart. It just, everything else pushes and expands outward. So as I get stronger with that, all the rest of your mind, body, soul just follows. It just aligns. So let's pull you a little bit more tarot. Yeah. So with the King of Wands in the reverse, there could be some temptations in the future where you feel like these people are coming back. You're not going to jump into it. They may want to have a new start with you, but I feel like you're going to forget about the past. I don't think you're interested in going back. This particular Gemini that I'm talking about, you're kind of done with it. Let's pull you an astrology card. for Gemini. South Node, these are the karmic lessons, Gemini, right there. See that symbol? This has to do with your natural qualities, you know, your overdeveloped, you know, like where you're overdeveloped. It could be laziness, could be undoing. The South Node of the moon is the direct opposite of North Node in your natal chart. And this shows what you fall back on, where your comfort zone is. So settling into what you're comfortable can undermine your life. That's basically what I just read for you and channeled for you in the reading. So laziness and ultimately self-undoing can be the result of not pushing yourself towards the lessons that the North Node has to offer. So that's what's happening astrologically for you in January. And let's pull you one of these. Yep. Yeah, you got options. So I feel like you're gonna narrow your focus to one, focusing on one or two things, and maybe you're also going to not fixate on one desired outcome, right? Because if you do that, you could be missing the bigger opportunities, right? You're not going to put all your eggs in one basket. I feel like you're going to open up and you're going to let the universe send you the highest possible result, the highest possible result for you. And that requires a dance of trust and surrender. And if you need support with that, we can do some spiritual one-on-one coaching, and I can help you through that process. One more for Gemini for January. Surrender to wonder and awe, and I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you're being more open and magic to the magic of every moment. You know, look at this beautiful woman right there. She's beautiful. Or if you're a man, very handsome. So this attitude, as you fall in love with yourself and the universe, so does the world, right? It's going to keep you connected into the ecstasy of flow. I love this for you, Gemini. I'm so excited for the changes. Even though it's uncomfortable, life is going to move you to where you need to be next.